Oh, look at you. It's gonna be a good night.
Laura, you have the dog play video, right?
Yeah, the one that Sean sent us I can't find, but I found a couple others that I put in my Google slide set. And if we don't use it tonight, we can share it or use it another time. Yeah, I can't find that one that we watched.
You sent it to me though.
Yeah, I know I did.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
I wasn't watching the screen. Who was that?
It was Al.
Oh, hey, Al.
How are you, Miss Laura?
I'm good. What state are you in besides confusion?
Right now, Virginia.
Virginia.
I'm at my son's birthday party. Sitting outside now.
How old is your son?
35.
35. I have a 35.
35, yeah.
Born in 88.
It's getting to be that, getting to feel older.
Oh yeah. Hey, I have one that will be or just turned 42.
Oh yeah, no, stop that.
41. 41.
Stop that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, my oldest. Yep. There's a reason I have gray hairs and lines in my face. I've earned every single one of them.
Me too. It sounds like you might have got a few more.
Well, I have 4 sons.
A little more time on me there.
And 4 boys.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good number. Easier than girls, though.
That's what I hear. Yeah, I think I made the mistake of saying, "Oh, I think girls would be difficult," so I ended up with 4 boys. You got to be careful what you ask for.
That's exactly right.
Amy, do you have a dog these days?
I have one in a New Horizons dog.
Yeah. Are you babysitting one at the moment?
Zulu.
Zulu. Is that who's going to probably go with you think?
Yes.
Okay.
So Cheryl? With Cheryl?
Yeah.
Yeah, next week, probably.
Okay.
Did we figure out who 15613 is?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
Is it Katie?
Yes.
It's Katie Knight?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Jeanette, up there in New Jersey.
Well, we've got folks from all over.
It's finally starting to get nice here.
Ginny. Welcome, Jenny. Kelly Crenshaw, they have malachite.
Thank you.
Cheryl's here. I'll get names on the wheel of names here in just a little bit. We have iPhone and NHSDI. So Caitlin, would you put me down for 3 heartworms and 2 neck guards, please, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I pick them? Can we do a porch drop off?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much. All of a sudden, it's June the 1st. How did that happen? And
Oh,
wow, we're doing good tonight. And 2 minutes more, you think, before we get rolling?
yeah.
Okay. Wheel of Names.
Hey, babe. Tim. Tim. Okay, 6:05. Oh, no, 7:05.
Yeah, we got it.
7:05. Okay, hi, everybody. Thank you for
Hello.
joining us.
Hello.
So glad to see everybody this evening. We're going to let Amy Mayberry and Al Spicer go first. They're going to start the session off. And so I'm going to hand it over to you guys, whoever's going to speak first. And then we are going to have Ginny Price on again after they finish.
Okay, I'll go first. Hello, everybody. I just want to
Hi.
introduce myself. My name is Amy Mayberry. I'm the new Director of Operations for New Horizons. Whenever I heard about this job, I thought to myself, what a dream job this would be, working with the dogs all day. I said, you can't help but work with dogs and not be happy. At the end of January, I moved down from Pennsylvania, started the job basically the beginning of February, and I'm loving it so far. I just want to let everybody know that, you know, there's different things happening at New Horizons, many good things going on. We're working on, you know, getting more volunteers so the all you puppy raisers aren't so taxed all the time. If you would like to take a break sometime, you know, we'd like to give you that break. So we're trying to get more volunteers in to help with that. We're attending more events. We're going to be having more team trainings. We got one team training coming up in the end of June, beginning of July. So that will be our second for the year. So we're hoping to get possibly a couple more in by the end of the year, get more clients on. I just love the mission of New Horizons, and I'd like to have this organization continue for many more years to come. And we can't do it without you guys, you puppy raisers out there that has stood by us all these years. So Al?
Okay, well, I was going to start first, but okay, thanks, Amy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I wanted to introduce Amy. She's the Director of Operations, came in late January. And some of you have seen her already and have talked to her. Look, if you have anything that needs to be talked about that's on a personal level or anything to that frontal, anybody has something super happy to say, this stuff should go to Miss Amy, okay? She is our Director of Operations. Shouldn't come to me, shouldn't come to Janet, shouldn't come to anybody else in the office. It needs to come to Amy. Amy is our day-to-day operations manager. She is the one that is running the show. And I need you guys all to understand that, okay? We are moving forward as an organization, and we are trying to make things better. And yes, there have been some problems in the past, and we're going to leave them in the past because we're trying to move forward. And that's where they need to go. And I hope that everybody gets to know Miss Amy here, because she is going to be a big help to you in how we're moving forward. So we have, like she said, a team training coming in June, end of June, maybe 1st of July. And that's gonna let some more dogs out. And there's some things that we're trying to get done for the end of the year. And I'm looking forward to that. And I do believe that we're growing as far as what we're doing and trying to get out of what has happened in COVID. And we're moving forward. And I hope you guys can see that kind of stuff. And I want to thank all of you guys that do the training. Without you, as Amy has said, we can't do this. And we really do appreciate what you do for us. So thank you, and I hope you have a great night tonight, and enjoy. Thanks.
Hey, Al.
Yeah.
It says Al, but it doesn't say your last name, and you haven't introduced yourself and your position in the New Horizons Service Dog Organization.
My name is Al Spicer, and I'm the board chairman for New Horizons.
Schweitzer?
I have
How would you spell
Spicer.
that last name, Al?
S-P-I-C-E-R.
Okay, and you're the board chairman?
And the board chairman.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So just as a few of you know, I was asked to come in and make the transition happen with Janet moving around and doing some other things, and getting Amy into position to be able to take on those day-to-day operations, which is what's happening, and we are moving forward in that. So it is a tough deal, and it's change, and I know everybody knows change is difficult. So just so you understand that, it's difficult to change, but those changes are happening. So, and we're happy to see those changes happen. A little background on myself, just so you guys know. I am a business owner for 32 years. I just sold out to a Fortune 500 company on the NASDAQ for an undisclosed amount. Okay.
Who are the other board members?
I don't believe any of the other board members are on the call tonight, ma'am. But there are 10 board members to the board, and they are on the website if you'd like to know their names.
Okay. Anything else?
I wish you guys a good night. Thank you for all you do for us. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Al, for coming on.
Thanks,
Thank
Al.
you. Is it okay if I stay and listen?
Absolutely, of
All
course.
right. Thank you.
Hmm.
Who is Pepperoni?
I'm sorry I have to leave. It's my son's birthday party, and I'm supposed to be inside. Thanks.
All right, enjoy, thanks.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Who is Pepperoni? We're taking attendance and we just need to know who you are. Okay, maybe they'll come back on later.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let Ginny go, and we'll get into our stuff that we normally do after she's done. She's gonna talk about dog body language, which we feel is super important. And I've had some questions on that recently. So Ginny, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Oh, whoops, let me find my PowerPoint.
For those of you that weren't on before, Ginny Price was with us before, and she is a professor over at in Sarasota, and she has lots of knowledge and works with students every day in regards to dogs. And so we're very pleased that she's on with us.
Okay, let's try that again. Me and technology. Whoop. Okay, and so this would be slideshow. Beginning. Okay. All right. So I am a professor at the College of Veterinary Technology at St. Petersburg College, and that's actually in St. Petersburg, but we are located in Largo, soon to be moving to Seminole. So I'm just going to talk quickly. I'm a veterinary technician, so that's what I am. So anyway, we're going to look at the parts of the body to watch, and if you all have questions, feel free to yell them out. I'm happy with that, but and generally these are the areas to look at. You want to look at the general appearance, not just specific body parts, because if you get locked into specific body parts, you won't get the whole picture. And so I just have some images to show you quickly so you can get an idea. If the animal is trying to make themselves look larger, they're probably really confident, and leaning forward means they want to interact, and they might want you to back up. Usually on some of these guys, they'll be stiff. For me, stiff means they don't really want to interact with you or don't want you to interact with them. And loose means a more relaxed dog, more playful dog, and a dog that's more likely to interact in a positive way with people or other dogs. So this is a example of a loose body posture. Look, this is your breed, right? Yeah. So and you can see the tail is level with the body there, and it's just doing the loose wag. And that is what we really like to see in a relaxed dog that's fine with their environment and who's around them or who's touching them or interacting with them. Okay. If they're appearing small, and I have two pictures on the next slide, that's why it's not here, but crouched down, the head and the tail lowered, usually that means they're afraid or they're trying to appease you, which means they're trying to say, please don't hurt me, please don't punish me, or something like that. Please don't do that to me. So these are the top picture right here is more of a stiff dog. And you see this dog is also stiff, and this dog is just all in this other dog's space. So
All up in his business.
this dog is super confident, the husky, and it's just pressing the other dog, and the other dog is like trying to disappear into the wall space. Yeah, so not very relaxed or confident. And this is the play bow, and that's the behavior dogs do when they want to play. And so we want to think about when dogs are playing, what they're doing is compromising and handicapping themselves to be able to interact with another individual, a dog, a cat, a person. And so there's a lot of bending of joints for play, and also this specific body posture. There'll be breaks where the dogs will do some bending where they're separated, and even though they're making a noise that sounds like two bears fighting, as long as they're doing these kinds of things, taking short breaks and bending, it's usually fine. So body parts we're going to look at, if the head is above the spine, and you see in this picture the tail is also above the spine here, then this animal is very confident. They have their attention on something and they're alert. This animal is showing, this is actually an African wild dog, and the head is below the spine here. This could be a predation in this dog, you're probably not seeing that too often in your golden retrievers, but appeasement can be with your head lowered like this, or fear, or obviously border collies use this stance when they're herding sheep. It's a predation stance. So direct stares are confrontation and asking you to back up, please. Sometimes when dogs are very afraid, they'll be looking at you directly, but most of the time they'll be looking at you with the side eye there. So this is showing a wolf. This is just a really hard stare. We don't often see that in dogs too much. This dog is giving the stare to the little cocker there, the Irish setter, and the cocker is lowering its body and lowering its ears and its tail to appease the Irish setter. And the Irish setter is making itself quite tall and raising the tail there. And of course, I will be giving this PowerPoint to Wendy afterwards, so it will be available for you to look again. This is the soft gaze that we like to see in our working dogs or service dogs. And so this is a dog looking at you for direction, or looking at you for reinforcement, or looking at you for asking what the next task could be. Come closer to me and touch me, things like that. Okay, these are two dogs that are averting their gaze from each other. And this is something that dogs do when they don't want to interact. And you can see both of them have their ears pulled tight. You can, whoops, you can see right here how the ears are erect still, but they're pulled tight. And these dogs are really stiff, and they're purposefully keeping their gaze away from the other dog. So that's avoidance and appeasement, or saying, you know, I don't want you to hurt me, or I don't want you to interact with me. This is just something that's weird that you could see sometimes if you're looking at the dog or take a picture of them, where they have the green, or it can be yellowish green like this in the picture. And that is inside the retina itself. And that's the tapetum lucidum, which helps dogs see better in low light. If you take a picture of a dog and instead you get the red, that's actually their retina. Their retina looks red, and their tapetum looks this greenish yellow. Cats have a tapetum that actually looks blue-green. It's much better than the dog tapetum. Yeah. So this is showing a very, very confident, I think it's a Malamute, with the ears and tail up and forward, and the head forward and leaning forward. And this is probably a show stance, but this is a stance that says, I'm quite confident and alert. I'm looking at something, and I have my attention on it. This is a group of dogs like at a maybe doggy daycare or something. And it's not a great image of, especially this dog over here, but you can see where this dog's ears and face and tail and body look super loose, and this dog is kind of tense. Its ears are pulled back. It's got this lip pulled back here. So it's a great image, even though it's not, you know, artistically great or anything, but it's really showing this dog's given this look to this dog because it wants the toy. And
So Ginny, yeah, this is a great picture. So in the picture, would you say that that brown dog is maybe upset at the golden retriever because he's kind of over him? Is he going to react? Like, I mean, I know it's a picture and you can't, but just kind of explain.
Yeah, exactly. Good question. So my thought is maybe just having so many dogs close when this brown dog would like to have the toy.
Okay.
And so this could be a problem, but I think it's this dog, I believe, is mainly directed to this dog, because this dog is a little bit tenser than this dog. This dog is super loose.
Yeah.
And so it's probably not bothering this dog as much. And it's not even near the toy. I know what you're saying, because a lot of people feel that if a dog is putting its head on top of the dorsum, this on the back here, that is showing dominance, and then another dog could be upset about that. But if these guys were buddies, this dog wouldn't care about that.
Right.
I mean, if they're strangers, yeah, it's annoying when a stranger
Yeah.
puts their head on your back. I mean, seriously, but so I have no idea what the situation is. I snagged this off the web, you know, in 2001. So I have no idea what was happening here, but excuse me, definitely in this combination, this dog is the most stiff and likely to act out. And it would be better if there were less dogs close to this dog, or if this intensity was reduced. So I would actually try to call that dog away, or call one of the other dogs or most of the
Yeah.
other dogs away to do
And
something
definitely
else.
take the toy away.
Yeah, maybe we could do that without so many dogs there, or
Yeah.
without this pair, with not having this pair.
Yeah.
This could be fine if these dogs took time out to relax in between these tense sessions. So I'm not saying this image itself says that these dogs shouldn't play. What I'm saying is I would be watching them to see if they got more tense. If now this black dog started getting tense, this Roddy, and this dog got more tense, then I would be trying to just
Redirect.
them. Exactly. What else can we do that would be better for you at this time? Right? Yeah.
And that's why it's so important when you go somewhere where there is another dog, that you're not just on your phone visiting with the other person that has the other dog, but that it's like being at a pool. Somebody has to be the lifeguard.
I know.
Somebody
Yeah.
needs to be watching the dogs, because even dogs that get along most of the time can get sideways.
Exactly. If they start just getting, say one dog had a little bit of a painful something, ear, or maybe their pelvis or something was a little bit painful that day, maybe they overdid it the day before, and they might be more irritable than they were before. Pain can really cause that, fear can cause that to be less likely to be able to interact appropriately. You know, we do the same thing, right? So you have to consider that. And I think that's super important what you said. My husband and I, when our kids were little, we would always do this thing where we'd say, tag, you're it. One of us was on it, just only paying attention to the kids, and the other person could converse with adults or do whatever. You know, we would take breaks. But when you have a dog, and especially a dog that you're trying to mold into a certain role, you want to make sure that when you have them out in a situation where something could happen, that you're aware in the very beginning of the situation, so you can redirect the dog and yourself before things get too, you know, off the wall.
We want our dogs to have positive interactions.
That's right.
And you do that by intervention sometimes.
Sometimes you
all
have
it
to
takes
do.
is just, hey, come on, guys, let's break it up. Let's go do something else.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be a negative. You don't have to yell no or pull them. You can actually just use your hand. You know, maybe if you have them already taught to touch their nose to your hand, you can use that to lure them away from certain things. That's like a great emergency come, is to have them touch your hand. I don't know if you guys train that or not. So this is showing some ears going back, and these are different dogs that are afraid. So this dog looks like it's about to attack you, but super afraid. Look how it has the limb up like this. This is really like a stressful conflict behavior. The lowered tail, the crouch, and also having the ears back. It does have a more offensive aggression mouth, but it might have just practiced this behavior and people backed up over and over, so it's slightly more confident. This dog is also showing a little bit of fear with the ears back, or just tentativeness. You see, this dog is not fearful, it's super confident. Yeah. And then this dog is also showing this little bit of a fearful ear, and also the whale eye that we call the whale eye, or where you see the whites of the eye, or the sclera there. And that and it's also, you see how it's hunched down. Yeah, so it's fear, first of all, on the couch back. I don't know you know what's going on there, but So this is again showing some dropped ears. This dog doesn't look as fearful to me, but it is showing fear, and it's got the tail down, the ears, and also just a lowered body posture, a lowered head. So all that part. And let's see. Oh, was there a question? Let me look in the chat there. Oh, no, that's something else. Okay, sorry. All right. And this is showing the offensive aggression mouth, or the mouth that says, I'm going to bite you. They have this corner, the commissure of their lip pushed forward, and you only see their incisors and their canines. And maybe you would never see this in your dog, but you might see this in a dog that your dog wants to interact with. So you want to be aware of all these things. Also in the wolf, they really wrinkle their muzzle here, and you can see that slightly in the domestic dog here. Domestic dogs don't have quite as good communication as wolves, so they have a little bit blunted communication. Were you gonna ask
Ozil makes
something?
that face when you're going to touch his feet, and he wrinkles his face
Yeah.
up, and he
Yeah.
looks like, oh, I'm going to eat you, and he doesn't. But
Right.
it's a clear indication that he does not want you to touch his feet.
Exactly. He's giving you that communication signal. I would like you to stop that. I would like you to stop that now. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. And this is just showing loose, relaxed mouths in dogs. This one's mouth is shut, so maybe this dog is slightly more tense than this dog. This dog is more relaxed with the open mouth. In Florida, you hardly ever see a dog with the mouth shut anyway. If you see a dog that's panting and all of a sudden its mouth gets shut and it starts stiffening up, that's going to be a dog that's more likely to do something that you don't want. And this is showing a really, really fearful dog that's very crouched. He's got the lip commissure pulled all the way back with no teeth showing, and the ear all the way down, the tail all the way down. And this is really fear or showing some appeasement there. This dog could bite you too. I mean, when dogs are very, very afraid, they can also bite you. And this is something dogs do when they have a feeling of conflict. They want to do something, or they want something done to them, but they're not sure that it's really good. They're how's it going to go with this person? Last time there was some hitches or something. So they do this lip licking. And it's not, they haven't just eaten food or anything. So it's not that. It's just that they're a little freaked out. So they'll just lick, lick, lick. And dogs will also do a licking behavior to calm themselves too. So that's why dogs lick themselves too much sometimes, or lick a surface. My dog has a habit of licking the floor. When I first got her, she would actually put her teeth on the floor, scrape the floor. It's awesome. And this is something dogs do that people think could be scary, aggressive behavior, but this is a mimic behavior where dogs are smiling. It's a little creepy looking for many dogs when they do it, but it's not the same. You can see the dog's not really that stiff. And a lot of times these dogs are not very confident. So they're just going, look, I'm smiling like you. Everything okay? You know? And this again is a show pose, but it's showing a really confident dog that's leaning forward with all his body postures going forward. And normally sighthounds just hold their tail down. But these are two dogs showing a lowered tail posture. And again, this dog is showing the conflict of the paw up. And in a minute, I'm going to show another slide where this dog is pawing at the owner. And that's what dogs will do if they want something from you. I want you to pet me, or I want, they'll paw at you. And that's something they do with their mom dog. But you can see in this dog how it's giving the look that it's not sure what's happening, and it's got the one ear back and the other ear forward with the tail down. So it's a little bit fearful there. All right, so another thing to think about is tail wag, because people are in the misunderstanding that if a dog is wagging its tail, it means it's happy. And that's not always the case. So if the rest of their body posture looks like they're happy and loose and relaxed, and the tail wag is relatively slow like this, or it could be faster, but the faster the tail wag goes, the higher their excitement or arousal is. And that's when sometimes their behavior can switch to a different something we might not want them to do. Stiffness with the tail wag, like if you see a dog with their tail straight up and it's wagging like this, a speed of light, that's not usually a good sign. That's usually a sign that the dog's about to go for somebody, maybe another dog. This is a reverse sneeze. I don't know if you guys have seen that in a dog, but it's really scary looking. It looks like they're choking and they make a big loud noise. Like, you know, I grew up with beagles, so they did it a lot. And it just means they have a long, soft palate that's causing problems with their airways. Just for a minute there. Normal. Yawning is usually a conflict or stress behavior, and we see it with anxiety and fear. You know, this means probably the environment's too much for this dog, and this looks like it could be 4th of July to me, and maybe this dog doesn't appreciate fireworks. This is the care soliciting that I was talking about, where the dog's pawing the guy, and he just wants, I don't know, the guy to scratch him here with his other hand or something. Just asking for something. So that's the last slide I have. Let me unshare and you guys can ask me any questions you have.
I have a quick question. Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead. Go
I have
ahead.
a quick question, although it's a little more for my own personal dog, but she does interact daily with, I've got 3 New Horizons dogs here right now, but I have a wire fox terrier and she does a lot of yawning during play time. But I
Right,
would say that she's the one who initiates the play and goes back for more, but
right.
you had it listed more under stress.
Right. So I'm thinking right when she's yawning, she's
Mm.
having a moment of conflict. And I
Okay.
don't know why, you know, because I'm not there. And also I don't know her and I don't
Yeah.
know the situation, but you know, there's something going on right at that moment because she's not sleepy, right?
No.
Because that's the only other reason dogs yawn.
Yeah, she'll do the yawn or she'll do the shake it off. Like with
Yeah,
her
okay,
body.
that's good. So I didn't mention that, but the shake it off, that's great you brought that up, is the behavior dogs do when they're stressed out and they want to relax themselves. It's a self-soothing kind of thing, like the licking I discussed earlier. Yeah, when my dog does that, I really praise her. Good girl, good shake off. Because when I first got her, she was super high arousal and would just leap up and bite at my face. So it's awesome. Now she's a good girl.
And lots of us have seen our dogs shake it off when they come out from under a table.
Yes.
Okay, being in a restaurant is stressful for a dog. They've had to leave it.
Yep.
It may look like they have been sound asleep, but when you say, okay, let's go, they transition from this one thing, now we're moving to something else, and often they will shake, and we don't want them to right then, not right by the person's table that's sitting next to you.
Right.
So if you grab their vest, I have found, if you do it quick enough, you grab their vest and say, let's go. And you can go right on out. As soon as they get outside, then it's shake it off. And then they'll do the big shake it off.
That's great because you have put the cue on it. That's great because then the dog will understand after a while where it's appropriate to do it. That's a great idea.
I don't grab their vest. I will just place my hand heavy on the back of them, either like right behind by their
Mhm.
neck. And I'll do the same thing. Let's go. And as soon as we're out, I'm like, okay, now you can shake. And I kind of, if I have my hands-free leash, I will take the leash off of me and just give them a little space to just do whatever they got to do. But the goal is, one, not to allow them to shake in a restaurant. And it's hard.
Right.
There's a few dogs
Right.
I've had where as soon as they stand after being under
Right.
for a while, they're like, I got to do it now. I'm like, no, wait.
Right.
So
Yeah,
just
that's
be
a great
aware.
observation.
We want them to be
Yeah.
able to shake. We want to give them that moment,
Right.
but not there in the restaurant.
Right. I love what you said, that you did just put your hand on them. So that could be like a wait signal for them, wait for shaking. And then you took the leash off of you. That's a huge signal that it's a good time to shake off right now. You know, so anything you can do, especially a visual signal, a motion signal, that'd be really easy for the dog to interpret quickly.
I had a question, Ginny. I have an 8-year-old golden that used to be a service dog that lives with me now, and then I have a new in training puppy, and he has a lot of energy, and a lot of the times he'll just kind of like attack, the
Right.
one that's the older one that's just laying there,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Yeah.
ugliness, sometimes the older dog will do, and yet he still attacks him. He grabs his ear and he's kind of mean. I mean,
Right.
the younger one.
Right.
So
I know what you're saying.
So I try to break it up. I try to get them to work it out themselves, but the younger one just ignores that signal that the older one's trying to tell him, knock it off. He just ignores them.
Right. In that situation, something I might do is have a place where the older dog can go where the younger dog never goes. A place they can go to avoid the puppy pouncing them. We have the same problem with older cats and they get a kitten. It's the same thing, but yeah, because what's happening now is the older dog is not reacting badly enough for the puppy to not want to do it. It's still fun for him, the younger one. And so you really need to step in there and maybe have some other stuff for the younger one to do with you more to get some of that energy out, and then maybe have specific times when the older dog plays with the younger dog when the older dog wants to do it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of what I've been doing, but
Good observation. Yeah.
I feel bad for Rollins.
I know, right? It's an old guy and he doesn't want
he's
to
not
play
that
right
old,
now.
but
And don't pounce me. Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. I mean, I don't think, and a lot of times people think it's appropriate to let the animals work it out. I mean, there's a reason why they're domesticated and why we have the giant brain and the opposable thumbs. And the reason is because we can see when a situation is getting out of control and we can head it off. So I think that's very, very smart to think of strategies to keep the interactions more positive between the animals. Yeah.
I have a quick little video that shows dogs playing. I know Wendy's got one too. Can we watch it with you here too? And
Sure.
you all watch for the body language. I like the way this guy talks through too. But hang on just a second. Let me get this. Again, technology is wonderful. I have to find the right one. Yeah. Fighting or playing. That's the one. Now, can I share? Will it let me share? Wendy, you think? We'll see. Yeah, sure enough. Are you seeing it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay.
In this quick tip, we're going to talk about how to tell the difference between two dogs who are fighting or playing, because it's not always easy to tell the difference. Wow, that sounds scary, right? Like maybe those dogs are trying to kill each other. But are they really, or are they just playing? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dunbar Academy Quick Tips. I'm Jamie Dunbar. Before we get started, please make sure you're subscribed so you never miss one of our videos. And if you want to learn more about managing out of control dog behavior, you should sign up for our free. Okay. Sometimes when our dogs play, they get excited, and that can lead to over-the-top play. This sort of play can make people uncomfortable if they don't know your dog or you don't know theirs. That's why I'm going to show you what you should look for when you are watching dogs interact like this to figure out whether the dogs are fighting or playing. The first thing we're going to do is turn off the volume, because one of the big things that makes this footage seem so scary is the sound. But when it comes to dog-dog interactions, the vocalizations can be very misleading. So let's play that same video clip again, but this time without the scary sound. This will make it much easier to pay more attention to the body language, which is a far more accurate way of interpreting dog behavior. Generally speaking, the big thing you want to look for is bouncy, rhythmic movement. When dogs are playing, they bounce, hop, bend, and wiggle. They make a lot of unnecessary movements in a way that communicates that they are ready to play. When dogs are afraid or anxious, they are usually very still and stiff. Either that, or they are actively trying to keep others at bay by barking, growling, snapping, and lunging. Those movements are usually pretty abrupt, to the point. There's not a lot of wiggling or bouncing going on. Now, if you want to get quantitative and technical about it, you can even count the frequency with which a dog bends a knee or elbow. This specific movement is a good sign that a dog is in a playful mood, regardless of what sort of vocalizations they are making at the same time. In this video, the dogs are constantly bending their elbows, often both elbows at once, in a play bow, which is another great sign of playful intentions. You should also keep your eyes out for the dog's tongue. When a dog sticks out their tongue, it's often another sign that the dog is at ease and feeling playful. Another thing to notice about this play session is the tempo. They run around and chase each other very actively at times, but there are also times when they both stop immediately for a brief pause. These consensual pauses in the middle of flurries of high activity are one way that the dogs can check in with each other. And when you see both dogs pausing together like this, it's a great sign that they are getting along just fine. You can also see that the play goes back and forth, not just one dog running away from another dog in search of safety or shelter, but instead they're all over the place, going one direction, then another, and they trade off who is doing the chasing. If you are worried that one of the dogs is not enjoying the play session, simply put the other dog on leash and see what happens. Where does the free dog go? Do they move away from the dog that is restrained or towards them? Do they try to engage with the restrained dog, or do they keep their distance? The free dog is moving towards the restrained dog and trying to engage with them, and it's a great sign that they are not afraid and that they are enjoying the play session. If you want to be super sure, you can reverse the roles and see what happens. Proximity tells you everything. If a free dog goes willingly towards another dog or person, it's a great sign the dog wants to be near that dog or person. So, with all of this in mind, we can safely say that while this play session might look and sound scary, it's actually just two dogs playing happily. That said, just because the dogs are enjoying this play session doesn't mean that it's okay. This play style looks and sounds scary. While it might be fine, you're at home with familiar dogs and people, it might upset people you don't know if your dog tried engaging like this at the park with unfamiliar dogs. That's why it's important to teach your dog to play in a more socially acceptable manner, by not making such loud, scary noises and by not chasing other dogs too much. Most importantly, by being ready to stop chasing another dog anytime you ask.
So you can break it up. You can say, okay, that's enough, let's go. And the dog actually will disengage. Those two dogs look very much like my backyard very often. Only it's a golden and a lab instead of two labs. We have Clash of the Titans going on. Questions, comments?
Laura, this is Suzanne. I have Bunker now, and then we have our family dog, Maisie. When they play, and they love playing together, they're best friends. But if I see things getting a little too excited, I use the command settle, and they both stop and come to me. Is that correct, or should I be using something else?
Settle's a great one to use.
Okay.
Yeah. Wendy, were you going to show that reel?
I am going to try. No promises. Let's see.
Okay, so I have a question in the meantime.
Sure.
Go ahead. Yep.
Okay, sometimes I'm playing like fetch with Anchor, and I notice like sometimes he just like stands there and freezes. And yeah, usually I call him like back, like, hey, come, and then he comes back. So just wondering, why does he freezes? Like, what does that mean? Like, he just holds there for a minute or so.
Is he
Then I
looking
call
at-
him and it's like, huh?
Is he looking at you when he freezes?
Yes. So maybe he's trying to maybe provoke more game, I guess.
I guess it could be
Or he's like hide and seek.
looking for the human version of a play bow.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see what Jenny thinks. You're
Oh,
muted.
yep, you're muted.
Jenny, you're muted.
Unmute. Okay. Remember in the video, the guy was saying that the dogs have these pauses. And also my dog, when she's very, very excited and she goes and gets her toy, and then she'll jump onto her bed and she'll drop the toy and then look at me. You know, so that if your dog looks excited towards you and is like bouncing around before and after, then it sounds like it's just that natural pause that dogs have, so they're checking in with each other.
Okay.
And he's not playing with another dog. He's playing with you, and he's trying to get you to speak dog language.
Okay, sounds good. I'll try to be more interactive with him.
Give him a little bounce
Yeah.
with your head.
Okay.
Yeah, the other thing you could do is just slap your thighs with your hands. And it's kind of like a play bow because we lean forward a little bit. Oh, my dog loves that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think I'm ready. Here goes another one. Let's see. I have to share my screen and do this and share. Okay, can you see it?
Yes. Good job, Wendy.
I was just glad I was able to send it to myself. Okay, here we go.
Notice how quick that play bow was. It was just this little tiny.
Yeah, let's see. So they're playing it again. Watch, because it's really quick.
The other dog's looking away. He's licking his lips. This one's licking. Now he's looking, going, okay, are you ready?
Yep, super quick. He puts his feet down and then they go. So.
Yeah, I think it's something like that I was asking about also. So yeah, that clarifies that.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that happen with Quinn and Micah. They will be running around. And then Quinn, when she's had enough, she'll run to me and stop. And Michael will stop. He'll freeze because she's standing next to me. And he'll wait. And then she'll do a play bow and they'll go at it again. But she knows her safe spot is next to me.
King's X, King's X.
Yeah. Yep. So the reason that we are going over this is because, one, we think it's real important they understand your dog's body language. And two, because we want to be sure that you're getting your dog out there and playing, and that's important, but also that we're not allowing it to get out of control, that we are hearing what our dogs are saying and what those sounds mean, and why it is important that they play with other dogs and they learn to get along with other dogs and have fun with other dogs. But we also are aware and don't allow it to get too far. So Ginny, we really appreciate you being on and sharing all of that information. Guys, this was recorded, yay. So from the beginning. So you'll be able to go back and watch it. And then I think Ginny said she would send me the PowerPoint. So if you wanted the PowerPoint for me to email it to you, I could do that as well. So we just appreciate you being here. All of that is great information for us to know as dog raisers.
Well, I
And
really appreciate you having me and just what you're doing with the dogs. Really
thank you,
appreciate
Jenny, for letting me say, oh, wait, I have a video. I saw this.
that was great. I mean, that was great. And the other thing I was going to say is there's a group, shelter play group, and they do a lot of videos regarding introducing dogs together, and because they're in a shelter, so they're trying to make play groups for dogs in the shelter so that the dogs don't deteriorate while they're waiting for their new home. Yeah, so that's a great a group. I think they have a YouTube channel, which I can send you the link to that after.
Cool.
Great. That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I just
so-
remembered that when you guys were talking.
So Ginny, we know how we like to introduce our dogs. Talk about how you would introduce two dogs that were, maybe these people were getting together to play. How would you have them introduce them?
Usually a good way to introduce dogs is to have them walking the same direction on lead together at certain distances to see how they react initially. Having them go face to face is the most stressful for dogs on lead. Usually having the dogs away from either one of their territories initially to give them a more risk-free introduction.
Yeah.
We're
Yep,
doing it
that's-
okay.
That's what we say. The only other thing I think that Laura and I add in is, and I've been doing, especially I'm at a campground with lots of dogs, and these people just want to walk up to my dog, and I stop them and say, no, let me show you how to introduce my dog. And
Exactly.
so I will take Micah and turn him towards me and hold his head and allow their dog to sniff. And I say, make sure you don't let your dog go up to my dog's head. Just let him sniff. And then I say, okay, now you hold your dog and I'm going to allow Micah to sniff. And we do that for 30 seconds. It's very quick. And then we go ahead and we walk together, but they've got the sniffing over with. Then they're fine. So
Yes, and I've seen them use that at the college when we adopt out our dogs, and they're introducing their dogs from home with our dogs, and they will use that technique too, and it's worked really well.
yeah,
The key to that though is just exactly what you said. Sniff just the rear end of the dog and
Yep.
make it quick.
Yep.
Make it quick.
Yep.
Good.
exactly.
Excellent. You guys are right on task there.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
that works with our Goldens too. When they first come to a training and they're like, oh, hi, oh, hello. You and whoever you're standing next to in the circle, take a walk together. Let them get a sniff. And once they've had that sniff and that, oh, okay, chill.
Yeah.
It just changes the whole dynamic. And it's like they want to, oh, I want to get to them so bad. And then once okay, yeah, it's a dog. Sure enough, you were right.
And also just because they're going to be service dogs, you don't want them really pulling at the leash, trying to get at other dogs. You want them
Yep.
to be patient and trust you.
Yep.
So that's really what you're teaching them there, and you're doing it really in an elegant way. So great
Yeah.
job.
Super. Super. Anybody have any other questions for Ginny before we let her go? Going once, going twice. All right. Well, Ginny, thank you so much. Laura and I will be in touch with you again and see when we can have you on again.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Thank you very much. We
All
appreciate
right.
it.
Good night. And again, just really appreciate what you guys are doing for the dogs and the people and the community. So really appreciate it.
We
Thank
appreciate your
you.
information. It was very helpful.
Okay. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.
Okay, do you want the wheel of names?
No, I think you want to do that now? Okay. I was gonna have us do a quick Kahoot with commands.
Well,
Feel like we should
we've
cover
only
that.
got 4 minutes before it's 8 o'clock.
Maybe we should see how many people are willing to stay for Kahoot because I want Kahoot. I'll stay. It'll just be me and Wendy.
Well, we can wheel of names and then anybody that wants to stay after to Kahoot can. How about that?
Okay.
All right. Hang on, I have to find it, get it. I've got 17 windows open.
Does anybody have any questions while Laura's getting the name thing ready? Anybody have any questions maybe that you just, I know this isn't a Q&A, but any questions about what Ginny shared, about what we've shared, something you're experiencing with your dog? We want to answer those questions. Definitely let your dogs play. Go ahead.
I have one question. So I guess before making dogs play, should we make sure the other dog is also fixed? Does it not be an issue if they're interacting with non-fixed dogs? Or?
Sometimes neutered males have issues with non-neutered males. Sometimes it depends, but it does happen. Yes. So I would definitely ask that question. And it's not always, and it's not every dog. Some dogs are fine with every dog no matter what, but not all dogs are. So in order to protect your dog and keep your dog safe, I would definitely ask that question.
Okay.
Wheel of names. We're going to spin twice for 2 winners.
Oh, and we get to go on a vacation?
No, you get a prize, but you have to be at the in-person training to receive your prize. Kelly Crenshaw.
All right, Kelly, we have a winner.
Okay, we're spinning for our next winner. And anybody who has anything, ideas or has any swag they want to donate for prizes, just let me know.
Does it have to be dog related?
Well, it's probably best. We're kind of a dog group.
I know.
Roberto, okay, remember, you must be present to, I think that's going to be difficult.
It's going to be difficult for Roberto. We'll make him an honorary winner.
Yep, you're a winner. Yay.
Yay,
Okay.
thank you.
And one more then. Oh, Caitlin, so close. Brianna and Blade.
Yay. Woo.
So she's out of state. Does that count then for her having to be in person for the next time?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. So
I have Blaze litter mate. I'll take the prize.
well, all right, we'll see what we can do, Cheryl. You and Brianna have to duke it out. You know, the prizes have been so exciting lately.
I know.
You get poo bags and you
get poo bags.
Okay. Y'all are so fun. It's 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Officially, we are
almost done. I just want to give a couple of reminders. If you have any health issues, please make sure you contact the office. Let the office know what's going on. So that they can document it. Also document it in your evals. Our monthly evals were just sent out. Please make sure you get those done and in, and anything going on unusual. If your dog has a limp or if they cut themselves on something, or put those types of things in your report, so that New Horizons has documentation of that.
Just to add really quick though, with that, definitely include it in your evaluation, but if it's important, please send me an email because I'm not always able to immediately check the evaluations. Thank you.
Okay. Officially done.
all right. Officially, here's your Kahoot. Anybody that would like to stay and play.
Oh gosh.
Hey, Laura.
Yeah.
Idea for giveaways. Amy might tell me to, Katie, be quiet, but if there's extra New Horizons t-shirts, that might be a good giveaway item.
Yeah, except I
We
think
are
the ones
out
we
of
have are
them
all-
right now, but we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think the ones we have right now are tiny little bitty ones that would fit a dog, but not necessarily the person.
Goodbye, Mary. She said, I want to play Kahoot, but not more than I want to eat dinner. So watch the recording after.
Oh, hey, Caitlin, while she's putting these up here, is June the 14th the date for me to, for hockey for his neutering?
She just went to the bathroom real
I was
quick.
gonna say, she stepped away before the competition began.
Oh, okay,
Hey, Cheryl.
Yeah,
It
she
looks,
has to make sure she's ready for the competition.
okay.
it looks like I'm gonna be there with Nebula.
Back.
Amy's coming with Zulu. I don't know if Melissa's gonna come, or not. I'm waiting to see with her. So we're trying to get carpool of dogs coming your way.
Oh, that'd be good. So for the greet and meet, and then we just need some, a couple people that will stay for the pictures on the 9th hole.
We're staying.
Okay, and also your sponsor, they're going to be coming, and then I have to get you off of the 9th hole, so I need somebody to stay on the 9th hole while I come and get you. Because
Okay.
they have committee members coming to meet you and Nebula.
Yep.
So here's my brochure I just made. You see, Sammy?
Oh, nice. So Laura, Kyla is asking, when's the meetup and is it pet friendly? Is that what you're talking about is the golf tournament, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kyla, they're talking about the golf tournament in the villages that Cheryl has put together for a
On
fundraiser.
the 7th.
And yes, they want dogs there. They want the dogs in training there. So if you're able to go, that would be great.
We don't need dozens of dogs, but we want some presence so that people can
That's right.
see what they're there for.
Really quick though, Kyla, I can't remember how close you live to the office, but that's about an hour and 20 minutes from the office to where the golf event is. Does that sound right, Cheryl?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. And if it's traffic, it'll be an hour and a half for sure.
Cheryl, you can ask your question about hockey.
Oh, I'll text you tomorrow. Well, I'll call you tomorrow. I just wanted to confirm June the 14th for the neutering for
Yes.
hockey.
Yeah,
So-
at the end of next week, I'll be like a week before, I'll be sending you an email just to confirm, and then like 2 days before, I'll be confirming again.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had the right date.
Excuse me. We only got 3 people.
Oh, come on, you guys.
I
Where am
left
I?
the
Oh, how do
screen,
I-
I
how
left
do
the screen for a second, it disappeared, so somebody might have done that while they were waiting.
How do I put my name in there?
Okay, you go to kahoot.it.
There we go, we got more people.
Oh, I have to do, I thought you were
Yes.
doing it all.
No, you have to get
I'm
in
not
because you're playing.
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
doing
I
anything.
did it on my
Yes, if you
phone.
want to play, you can
Yeah.
use your phone or you can open a new tab and go to kahoot.it. And then you put in the game pin 816-9458.
Yeah, it's hard to go to a new tab when you're sharing your screen, but that's okay. So that's what I did on my phone.
So I have to open the app.
Oh
okay.
yeah, filter, this is what you're into? Tiny nose, so you can't breathe, big fake lips, the really skinny eyebrows, a weird shaped face, that's what you want?
It's not what I need, but
That's what you want, me to look like.
And now we know who the competitors are, the gladiators. Katie and Valerie it must have been supper time.
They did. She said they were out. She would watch it later.
Okay, is there anybody who's trying? Okay, Cheryl's still trying to get in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
No
thought that I
worries.
was just waiting for somebody to load my name. No, I gotta do
Maria,
it.
All
Dale,
good.
did you get in? Do you know how to do it?
It said Java earlier.
Oh,
Oh,
I
did-
see Java. I
Okay.
see Java. I see Blade. We're not seeing hockey yet.
So
Okay.
Brianna, you said, babe, I unmuted. Stop it. Sorry. You said Blade's doing better with everything, Brianna.
Yeah, I sent you an email with all of his documents from all of his vet visits. over the
Yeah, I
past
saw.
week.
Sorry, I didn't check in sooner.
Oh no, you're fine. He's doing good now. We finally turned a corner, but it was a visit to the emergency vet is never fun.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time the neuters and everything are no issue, but once in a while
Mm-hmm.
there'll be
But yeah, he's doing good now. So
Awesome.
Yeah, I won't be talking to you about Java tomorrow. We have some complications.
Oh, okay. Yeah, feel free to call me then.
We did have some morning.
What, buddy? What are you
Go,
doing?
go ahead, go ahead. This looks like it's gonna take a while because it's asking me for all kinds of information.
Oh, gotcha. You can write this number down and join, I think, after.
Yeah,
After the fact.
anytime during it.
Yeah,
Cheryl, can you just zap the QR code with your camera? Do you have a QR code reader?
Yeah, I'm almost there. Go ahead. I'll bounce in if I can.
I put the code in the chat.
And I think it shows up on the screen.
Yeah, I think it does too.
Yeah, I think that you liked how you looked, right? I don't even lie.
Okay.
Okay, here we
Like
go.
vibes.
Yes.
What command is this dog demonstrating? What a good puppy.
Is that one of our dogs or just random?
Nope, that's one of ours. I think it's the last puppy Wendy had, maybe?
Is it Thanos?
No. I think it might have been when you had Zazu.
I was gonna say, I was thinking the Lion King
Or
litter, but I forgot
Rafiki.
about Zazu. Which, speaking of Wendy, I saw him today and he's doing the same thing to Steve that he did to you, where I took him away to do something and he started barking and trying to desperately get back to Steve.
Good. That's good. I mean, it's not good, but
It's not good.
Okay, everybody got it. Yay, sit.
someone put come, they were kidding, right?
There's a couple possibilities here that we could negotiate on this one. But really there is one best answer. Because two of them are not actually even commands. Nobody picked those two. Front is actually seated in front of you looking at you.
Yep.
So that would be a snuggle. I know snuggle is sometimes up on your chest, but the head buried like that would also be a snuggle. Okay. Oh, Wendy. Oh no. What command is this dog demonstrating? And yes, this is from our last Daytona Obedience Club. Yay.
Cool.
And if you recognize your feet, yay.
Anchor, sit.
Using this dog's body language, how do you think she's feeling? Nice. Look at you, conversant body language. You're bilingual in dog. Denozo is demonstrating which command?
Oh, Denozo.
See, when Valerie's not here, I do really well.
Does she throw you off your game?
She's just got quicker fingers than I do. It's not fair.
Oh my God.
Hey, how come I'm not showing up yet? I'm playing.
We'll work on that. What command would you get your dog to do this? Would you give
set
to
up
get
and
your
on.
dog to do this?
Hello?
Let's go in.
Oops, sorry.
Hi, Matthew.
I was gonna.
Hey, Miss Wendy.
Hi.
I have a
Hi,
question. Will we
Matthew.
get one doggy? Just one dog?
You have one dog. You have
No,
not.
we need one.
He
You
always
have
wants
one.
another dog. Like a puppy.
A blue puppy, we can get it?
He'd like a blue puppy, please.
We don't have any blue puppies.
No blue puppy.
We need one for
Okay.
We do have
Matthew.
blue
for
puppies,
doing
guys. We
Sorry to
always have
interrupt.
blue puppies.
He's been watching the whole phone call, waiting to say hello.
Can you,
But we're gonna let them play the game, okay? We'll go see puppies next week.
are your
Okay.
things available yet?
They're available, yes, later. Okay, thanks, guys.
So-
Bye-bye.
Thistle is demonstrating which
Bye,
command.
Matthew.
Watch me. He's a watch me king. This group of dogs has probably been commanded to
Oh, there's Fender.
I think
Bye, Margot. Bye, Matthew.
downstay. Very nice. There were a couple of head downs in there, but generally speaking, that was a downstay. What command do you think this dog was given?
Hey, how come it's in the water?
Because we were at the beach.
As long as it's not a pool, I think is the
It
real
was
rule,
not-
right?
It was not a pool. Nope. This was saltwater actually, and a place where there's not even wave action. So. Yeah, and that would be get it. Yes, you all knew that. Last one.
All right, we got to change these up, Laura, make them a little harder.
Yes, ma'am. We'll make a new one. I'll make a new one someday, in my spare time.
Oh, no, I got that one wrong. I
And
Yep.
stressed is reasonable. The bared
Right.
teeth,
Yep.
you might go with aggressive, but
Oh.
that stress is also that's a reasonable answer as well. All right.
All right, thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here.